Okay, let's try wings.
Can we be friends with tortoises too?
Okay, what's the friends? You want to have wings and also like a really like thick skin? Yeah.
We'll literally just be a bullet bill at that point.
Hello, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to Couch Co-op. I'm Marlon Chloe, and this is
Chloe Ezra.
And today we're going to be playing some of our favorite roguelike and roguelites.
Yes. Yes.
And let us know if you can hear everything. I think I got everything set up properly. If everything's going well. Who we got here?
Mm-hmm. We got Tariq is here.
Hey, Tariq.
Patchy Perfect. Says
nice.
Everything sounds good.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, guys.
Cool. So let's just get ready to
Danny's here.
Hey, Danny.
Excited for Qud, so.
Oh yeah. I've been talking a lot about Caves of Qud recently, so I figured I might as well show it. Have you played roguelikes before? You know, like classic stuff?
Not classic ones. I didn't start playing them until the Switch because it was so convenient.
Oh yeah. I guess Necrodancer is like the closest thing that is popular right now. But,
yes.
Because it is like a classic roguelike without the rhythm part, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought I'd maybe just do a little intro, just a brief intro of like how I found out about roguelikes, and then kind of the newer ones. And I figured we'd show off some Caves of Qud and maybe some Cogmind too, which are two of the ones that I really like. And yeah, so let's just wanted to show. Of course, roguelikes are from the game Rogue, and this is made a long time ago, and it's all text-based.
1983.
Yeah, and I'm sure. I wonder if it's even earlier than this, because this is actually like adapted to the MS-DOS version. But yeah, basically you have a little smiley face, and you run around these randomly generated dungeons, and you have very basic RPG hit points and stuff like that. And you run around, and I'm just going through like a video here, and you have tons of like options. There's always like so many different things you can do, like and they're trying to give you the. I think when people made these games, it was like trying to give you the D&D experience on the computer, right? So they're trying to give you,
as most games start off, trying to recapture that D&D-ness.
Yeah. And so they have so many keys and stuff to make sure that you have all these options. But the thing that I really like, so this is the game that kind of started it. Super basic. You just kind of run around these dungeons, and the letters are enemies, and other icons represent like items and things that you can, like, it's like pretty standard RPG stuff. Like you put helmets on your head, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Danny says the music in this game violates his copyright.
Oh yeah, we're not actually listening to. Yeah, that's right. We're not actually listening to the video soundtrack right now. It's just Danny's soundtrack.
Oh really?
Yeah. We're just listening to we're just listening to Danny's music.
That's great.
His Necrodancer stuff. I hope that doesn't violate you. Sorry if so, Danny. I can turn it off if you want. But yeah, here you can see like different ASCII characters do these different things, and I think developers use this stuff in order to make it easier to just like make the RPG parts instead of having to worry about all the graphics and stuff. And so Rogue is kind of the first one, and then NetHack was another one that got really.
Yeah.
And actually, this was also started, I don't know what the year was, but way back, like closer to when Rogue was started. But it actually just today, I just heard that it got a new release. Like they just updated it. So there's people like constantly working on the source code and just like tweaking it and like updating it and stuff. And so this was a bit different because it like kind of breaks with some of the fantasy that Rogue had. Because here you see a samurai, a tourist. Like what? And the kind of the cool thing that I like about roguelikes and stuff is that you can do a lot more with classes. You can, because I feel like with modern games, it's like because you're locked into all these graphics and things, it can be hard to like make different feeling gameplay with different character classes. Like, it can be more difficult. Whereas these ones are like a tourist plays completely different than these other ones. That sort of thing.
Danny says more voice, less noise here.
Oh. more voice. Less noisier. Like this music?
Well, less noiser is what he actually said. So.
Is there too much
less
noise?
Less noise, yes, is what he actually meant.
Oh. I don't know if I can fix that right now. Sorry, Danny.
Gotcha.
As long as you can hear us, I think that'll be good enough for now. But yeah, and that's kind of what I liked about roguelikes is that, and I especially started playing this one, which is called Dungeon Crawl.
Oh yeah.
And this one's actually also updated a lot. It started out as a classic ASCII game, and then
and you get your species too. That's great.
Yeah, and so your species.
Your species.
Oh, species. Yeah, yeah.
Your species.
So this is what I like about this game is that like these characters are not intended to be like balanced.
Oh,
they're
okay.
all intended to give you different challenges and different.
Just a whole different experience.
Yeah, which I think is really interesting. And so instead of it being like these ones are totally balanced, like no, this one's going to be a lot harder because it has these things to deal with. Like, for example, I think it was the vampire. Like you don't. One big thing in roguelikes is that you always have to eat. Like you always have to. You have like a hunger meter, and you have to always make sure to like find food, that sort of thing. So most of them do that, but like the vampire, for example, has to feed on like live. So you have to like injure them enough to just like be able to like drain their blood, and like that could be, and you can go into different modes and stuff. I don't know what that is. It doesn't mouse over that one. But yeah, so there's
some other mentions of roguelikes in the chat.
Oh yeah?
Sword of the Stars, Danny mentioned.
I haven't played that one.
Powder, Ivan. Oh, Kenku's Bird People.
Oh, Bird People. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of that before.
I've never heard of that before. Maybe is it just a dungeon crawl thing, or is that a?
Maybe. Also, what's the difference between a deep dwarf and a mountain dwarf?
So
I guess deep is like underground, or like
I think the deep elf is probably more like magical than the mountain dwarf.
Deeper.
Maybe deeper. Yeah, they all have different like starting stats and stuff like that, and different ways of like leveling up and stuff. And so this one dungeon crawl. Somebody's mentioning like Powder and stuff too.
Yep, Powder.
I think that was an iOS one. I can't remember.
Let's see. Danny's saying GBA version.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, wow.
GBA version. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. There's a link in the chat, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll check that out after.
Whoa.
So you pick your class, you pick your species, and you pick your class, and so. For this one, it's like some classes are limited to your species because, like, you know, some the way that they're built, they just can't be a certain type of.
Oh, I love this kind of like character customization stuff.
Yeah, roguelikes is like all about that, right? So yeah, and then this one used to be an ASCII one, a traditional one, but then they built a whole mouse interface. So this one's pretty easy to get into because of the mouse interface, and you can see your inventory and stuff down here. And you can drag and drop and all that.
Is this on Switch?
No, this is just a free game on PC.
I should port it to Switch so I can play it in my bed.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, this game is more this one's pretty story light. Like basically, it's just like there's just a dungeon. You need to collect some runes, and the runes open a door in order for you to get the orb, and then you just have to get out of the dungeon with the orb. And there's not like a whole lot of story around it. It's just kind of like
and then you
combat. It's just kind of like combat, and like every situation you have to kind of assess and figure it out. So there's not a whole lot of story, and that was kind of my intro to. Personal intro to roguelikes. And then of course, if you want to get crazy, Spelunky came along, and this is actually inspired by those roguelikes, and they took it to make it like roguelites, that sort of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. And the whole like naming thing
blurred the edges there.
Which I don't actually mind, but it's just like hard to like. Are you, like when people are saying roguelikes, like, are you talking about this kind? It's just like hard to differentiate.
Yeah.
More than I'm not like mad at it. It's just like.
But it's just like you want to actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, that brought a whole bunch of different kinds of roguelikes. But yeah, Rogue Basin is awesome. If you're into this, like people do 7-day roguelikes. Yeah, like these are all updated roguelikes. Here's all the like classic roguelikes here. Yeah, it's crazy. People are it's a whole crazy subgenre.
I like the I am overburdened. That's a very apt name.
Yeah, and so that actually brought me to Caves of Qud, which is like it's doing pretty well on Steam.
Wow.
Like for a roguelike, and it's got some tiles and graphics and stuff, but it's still essentially like the little characters and tiles, that sort of thing. But I thought I'd play the trailer because also, as someone who makes trailers, making trailers for roguelikes is like an interesting challenge.
Oh, those graphics, it's great.
I don't know if you guys can hear this. So yeah, the thing with Caves of Qud is it's more like it is like this dungeon crawly thing, but there's also this open world that you can explore.
Wow.
So it's a bit more open than the other games, and also it has a lot more generative story. Like so, it's not just generating the like the map, that sort of thing, but it's also generating like a backstory, and like every time you play the game, it's like the backstory, like, oh, you learned about this king and he did this different things to like these townspeople and that sort of thing, and you kind of get a sense of the world from that.
The palette's really nice to look at.
It is. Yeah, I also like
compared to like we saw like the evolution just from the early ones, and then now like I'm kind of seeing like how people have. It's the same, pretty like the same kind of layout and stuff like that, but they've like updated it for more modern.
Yeah, and and you notice too that they also do some like interesting effects, like so you can see the like the little starry things that are, so that's a little bit different. And also I just love the setting of this game. Like it's really, really interesting. Like just out of any RPG, I find this is like one of my favorite settings.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because usually like RPG settings are fantasy.
Yeah.
Or sci-fi.
Yes.
Right. But this one is kind of like fantasy with a little bit of sci-fi, with a little bit of like post-apocalyptic. So it's got this really interesting like mix of a bunch of different. But yeah, we'll try this out. I played the trailer just because I think it's interesting, because they're kind of trying to go for more of a story-based one, but it's hard to like get a feeling for it. I don't know. It's like I find it a little bit tricky, but I thought like I don't know how else he would do it, honestly.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I thought I'd fire this game up.
Did it say there's a bunch of sentient plants?
Oh, I didn't install this beforehand. My bad. It's
a peek behind the curtain here.
Yeah,
Kyrie called it post-apocalyptic gonzo fantasy.
Yes, that's a great way of describing it. Yeah, and I was talking to Ben about this, and he was just like, "Oh, it's like Adventure Time."
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Because it's like post-apocalyptic, but like animals, and there's also like robots, and yeah, there's all kinds of...
For the millennials, yes, it's like Adventure Time.
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought we'd play just a little bit of it. We'll also make sure that... So this one does have like a mouse overlay that you can play with, but I usually turn it off because I guess I've been playing it enough that I'm familiar with it. And also I find it a little bit distracting to like go back and forth from mouse.
Yeah.
If it was all like some things you still have to do with keyboard, so you have to switch back and forth. So
it's just easier to stick to one.
For me personally, yeah. Oh, yeah, and there's also some good sound effects and stuff too. All right, so let's start a new one. Let's make a character. Okay, so I'm gonna say they're just a brief intro to the story. Basically, you can imagine it as like the nuclear apocalypse happened on Earth, and there were pockets of people who, basically rich people who were able to like seal themselves off and protect themselves, and then basically everybody else started mutating, and like the animals became sentient and stuff like this. So there's a lot of like animals running around, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So basically you can either be a mutated human who was like, you know, stuck on the land or whatever, or the true kin, or the people, or like the humans who were in these like domes essentially.
Who separated themselves from.
Yeah. So they play totally differently. Like mutated humans, like get mutations. Like you can grow extra arms. You can like,
Woo.
yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff. And Trickkin kind of has the same thing, but it's like it's a cybernetic thing. So you find these like implant stations, and then you implant yourself with
Holy.
different mods and that sort of thing.
Which one do you find more fun to play?
I don't know. They each are interesting. I think mutated human is a bit more interesting in the character creation because the cybernetics only get one to start, whereas the mutated one you can pick from a bunch of different ones.
Ooh, okay.
So we can like go through that.
Yeah.
And, but the Buddhist Templar is an interesting thing too, and I was So they're basically like the supremacists of the game, essentially.
Of course, yeah. I'm Templar, right?
And that's why when you're true kin, they automatically like you more because you're not a mutated human, that sort of thing. So, yeah. So, but yeah, one of the things I like about this game is that if you just jump into the game, it just kind of like it doesn't give you any front-loaded exposition. It's just basically like drops you in the world, and then you run around and like, what's this, and you look at all these different things. And so I'm just gonna like kind of
it's very different from the last game that we played.
Which one?
In the office.
Which one was that?
Death Stranding.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and then the thing, and see, Ryan also is very influenced by roguelikes, obviously, because he's the Crypt of the Necrodancer is very much roguelike. So things that are typical to roguelikes is like the procedural generation and also like lots of systems and things like that. And in this game, all the people every single character operates the same way as you do. Like they all have the same stats. They can all level up.
Oh wow.
And sometimes you'll be running around, and all of a sudden a bunch of them will just be fighting each other over in the corner, and you'll just be like, I'm just gonna stay out of this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because they have like relationships and stuff, which you'll see in a bit.
And it just happens in the background while you're doing your own thing, like.
Oh, you'll see it. You'll see it. Oh yeah. Like you run into run into a place, and like, this group hates the horses or something, and then there are these horses and these other guys like have this battle, that sort of thing.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm gonna do kind of just like a. I need a little bit of intelligence for.
Just put it all into ego.
I usually play no ego. Although, the thing with this game is that you should be able to like theoretically do everything because you get a lot of experience just by like exploring stuff.
Oh, okay.
And not necessarily fighting, even though fighting happens a lot. Like you can just like do quests for people, and they're just like, oh, go. We would really appreciate it if you, we really worship this particular person, whatever, and we would really like it if you go to this place and drink from this thing of wine. And so I did it. I was like, what's going to happen? I drank from the wine, and I went back and was like, thanks for doing that. Here's some stuff. And it was just like, oh, okay.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Let's see here.
What is willpower? I guess willpower.
So yeah, willpower cooldown of your activated abilities, which is actually good. Determines your ability to resist mental attacks. Your natural heating range.
Agility. Is that like speed of your accuracy, melee, and ranged, and ability to dodge attacks?
Okay, we'll just do that. We'll start with that. Well, let's choose some mutations. This is the fun stuff.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. So if you pick this one, so you have a certain number of points. You have 12 points, and the number is on the side there.
Yeah.
And then, so these are ones that are kind of your base type. If you want to like limit yourself a bit and give yourself a challenge, like if you pick this one, then you are instantly can't do any of these ones. You have to do mental mutations.
Oh wow. I love this UI. It's so.
Oh, I know.
There's something super pleasing about it.
Yeah. So here's some example of mutations. For example, you have a durable carapace. I think that's how you say it.
I think it's carapace. Yeah.
So you get +3 armor, but your dodge isn't as good because you have like a hardened skin essentially.
Yeah, and you can't wear armor.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
But
and then
reputation of tortoises.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the reputation thing is really interesting because everything has a reputation. Like all the animals, all the different villages, everything has a reputation.
Yeah.
And lots of things that you do like affect that reputation.
Holy. You eat meat exclusively, yes.
So yeah, some of these are all supposed to be like positive ones, or like double muscled, but some of these are like, I'm not entirely sure like what the positive part about this one is.
You can eat raw meat.
Oh yeah, it's rare. It is raw meat is actually pretty rare.
Oh, okay.
So a good one that I was playing with before is freezing hand, where you just like literally just like shoot frost from your hands, which is pretty handy. There's this one, electromagnetic pulse is good too, because if you're coming across a robot, you can just like do that, and then they're stunned, and you just like hit them until they're gone. But yeah, multiple arms is really handy because you can just like you can attach like different weapons to all. Each one has a new slot, that sort of thing.
Holy.
And also there's enemies who like chop off your arms, so if you have extra arms, like maybe that's a handy thing.
That's amazing. How many are there?
How many?
Keep going. Whoa.
Yeah, this is the other thing about roguelikes, right? Where it's just like because there's so little to do on the graphics side.
Yes.
You can focus so much more on these
The systems
crazy
part of it.
systems and different.
Yeah.
So that's just the physical things, and then you can do defects if you want. If you want to get even more points, so you can like.
I know.
So you can also be like cold-blooded, for example. Or you can only do one physical defect, but then you get you get extra 2 points, but you have like a.
Oh, okay.
But you have like a.
Hooks for. Can we do hooks for feet?
Hooks for feet?
No, but like.
Your move speed is reduced by 10 and cannot wear
That's
shoes.
amazing. That's
But you get
great.
4 points.
What about spontaneous combustion?
Oh man, that sounds hard. You spontaneously erupt into flames. There's a small chance each round that you spontaneously erupt into flames. That would be hard to make friends. I feel like that would be hard to make friends with.
Great. What's analgesia? Or analgesia, if we want to be.
You lack a developed sense of pain. You can only determine your general state of health and not your number of hit points.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so this is like, this is what, like, when you attack other enemies, they'll just say, like, injured, wounded, badly wounded, instead of, like, how many hit points.
And stuff, okay.
So that's a possibility. Two-headed. You have 2 heads.
Two-hearted.
Two-hearted. Extra tough. And then you have wings so you can fly. That's pretty cool.
Is that pretty like OP or?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Because you can travel over lands at 2 times the speed.
We could try that one.
40% reduced chance of becoming lost.
Oh, that's actually really handy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try wings.
Can we be friends with tortoises too?
Okay, what's the friends? You want to have wings and also like a really like thick skin? Yeah.
We'll literally just be a bullet bill at that point.
The bullet bill build.
Bullet bill. This is a bullet bill run.
I wonder if that would work. Let's see. Oh, we can't get quills because we already have. Oh, because we already have something on our back. I see. Oh, this is. Look at this one. You can like move through solid objects. That's handy.
We're just becoming more OP by the second.
Okay, night vision is handy. Okay, 4 more points. Oh, we didn't do any like. We didn't even check out the mental mutations.
Oh. Confusion.
Oh yeah, these like mental attacks, this sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
You confuse nearby enemies. Oh, this is also an early access game, so. Oh, interesting.
Danny.
What is Danny saying?
He was giving his own definition for analgesia.
What is? Oh, Danny, no.
Your butthole feels no pain. Basically.
This is a family-friendly stream, man, Danny. Okay, what we got? What else we got here? Okay, I'm just gonna pick a couple.
Yeah,
we'll do the electromagnetic pulse. Cause I find that.
Wait, got 2 more points?
Handy. What is photosynthetic?
Ooh, reputation with
roots, trees, vines,
and the consortium of Phyta.
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 I believe that's just like
plant stuff.
Plants. Yeah.
Can we make friends with plants?
I think so. Okay, we'll try this. So this is like bullet bill build. Oh,
yeah,
right. And then we can also pick
right.
the calling.
Calling? What would a bullet bill be called to?
Gunslinger?
Yeah, gunslinger. Arcanaut? What's an Arcanaut? Short blade tinkering.
Tinkering is important. Is actually pretty
Oh, yeah?
important. Plus 200 reputation with mysterious strangers. Spry? I don't know. Bullet Bill would be spry.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of. I feel like because we have the carapace or whatever, having an extra agility, or do we go the like? Do we double down on something that's more strength based?
I would just go all in.
Here we go.
Dismember.
Yeah, let's do this one.
Charge and butchery.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. Let's do that one. Here we go. Now we just gotta name it.
Bullet Bill.
Bullet Bill. Oh, let's start at the beginning. So when you get a little bit more familiar with the game, you can start in like random places, but they have created a home base. Yeah. Bullet Bill. All right. Now it generates all the maps, and we embark for the Caves of Qud. We arrive at the Oasis Joppa. So this is the other thing, is that it just kind of like, because it's randomly generating all this stuff, then you get all these like names all over the
Nice.
like, what does all this stuff mean?
Magra Yi, the Great Salt Desert.
Yeah. All around you, moisture farmers tend to groves of viridian water vine. There are huts wrought from rock salt and brine stock. On the horizon, Qud's jungle strangle chrome steeples and rusted archways to the earth. So it's like all the ruins from like modern day, basically. And further beyond the side of the fable, Spindle rises above the fray and pierces the cloud-riven sky. So that's like the. I'm still not entirely sure what the Spindle is. It just sounds like a giant chrome tower that just goes through the clouds.
Like that piece of art down by Waterfront.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is our little guy down here. This is our little dude. And we can see on the top right, we have all our stats. We are full of water, and we are full, sated. And the other cool thing about this game is that water is money.
Oh.
You pay with things with money, and you also need to drink water. So
Okay.
it's like it's this interesting resource that you have to kind of manage.
Is that a cat up in the corner?
It is a cat. We can go say hi to the cat.
Hell yeah.
But first, let's talk to this dude. Oops, I tried to throw something at him.
What?
Live and drink, friend. We find shade Joppa. You tell me about Joppa.
Yeah.
Let's
Elder
talk to the
Iridon.
elder. I'm in search of work. Yes, some tiny critters eating our waterway. So this game, unlike a lot of other roguelikes, this one has some quests that are generated. Like there's a storyline that's handcrafted,
Yes.
and then like the world and stuff is all generated around it, which actually is easier. I find easier to get into because then you have like actual like, okay, I need to go here and do this. Whereas some roguelikes, it's just kind of like, just go down, just keep going down.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit. It feels a little bit more. Feels a little better.
They're discussing our bullet build lore.
Oh yeah, what is it? What's the lore?
Tyrika's like, we should have been nomads because they fly off into the infinite blue. If they miss fire, they just wander the world forever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it should be just like going off in one direction, really. Just pick a direction and go.
That's fine.
Next time.
Yeah.
This is
a work in
more,
progress, people. Don't worry.
This is more of a bit more of a sentient version of Bullet Bill rather than
emphasis on the bill part.
Yeah, it's more Bill than Bullet.
Should we take the quest?
Yeah, let's do this quest because this guy it's basically like the classic like go kill some rats, and you can talk to everybody. Oh yeah, these guys. There's all kinds of like weird religions and stuff in this game. Like everybody kind of like worships different things. And this one is talking about Shekinah among fathers. I forget exactly what they're all about, but basically he tells you to go to. And with everybody you can trade, so you can always like trade with stuff. And it says dollars here, but that just means like drams of water. So like that book costs 238 drams of water.
That's weird. But there's still a dollar sign next to it.
Yeah. And you have to, and the thing is with water is that it's really heavy, right? So you have all these water skins.
Ah.
And so the more water you carry, the more likely you are to just like be like full of, so you can't carry like just money, essentially. You have to like eventually buy something or trade it in. Yeah. And here's what we're wearing right now.
Oh, wow.
So this is our carapace that we were born with, essentially. Yeah, covers the majority of the body. Oh yeah, and wings. Carapace and wings. Right, because we're bullet bill. Yeah. And we have a lit torch that's on right now. Okay. So, oh yeah, I wanted to accept this guy's quest. What waits for me there? Yeah, we'll find the cathedral, and then there's basically a bunch of like merchants and stuff around there. So if we want to go there, it's like some cool stuff. So we can accept that one.
Can you see like a list of
quests? Yeah.
Quests that you have?
Yeah. So that top one is the one that we just accepted. Travel to Red Rock.
Yeah.
Find the critters, get a critter corpse, return to the critter corpse. So it's gives you all the point form things that we need to do. But there's also a couple other people to talk to. They wishing the heart would keep pumping, move along if they do. Oh yeah, and this is another thing. Oh, the wardens there's always like one like mayor and one warden of every town. The warden's basically like the police. Yeah. Like the sheriff or whatever. And you can do this thing called the water ritual, which you give them one of your water, and you basically are like, we're friends now. And you can do like, let's do it with this guy. So we share our water with him. And because we did that, we basically telling him like we are now friends officially.
We're cool now.
So whoever is aligned with this warden
I see.
also like, cool, you did that, now we also like you more.
Cool
but
with goat folk, but roots, not so much.
Not so much with the goat folk, yeah. And so with the villagers of Joppa like us a little bit more. And so then we get reputation points, and you can use it to like. Oh, okay. They can share secrets with you, or you can, if you get enough, that's a lot. But if you get enough, you can ask them to like join you, and then they'll like be part of your party. But yeah.
There's so many systems, like it's.
Yeah. It can be pretty overwhelming.
I feel like I need a notebook to like.
Oh, here, we're talking to the cat.
Yeah, let's trade with this cat.
That's it.
Just like a cat.
It's just a normal cat.
Doesn't want to do anything. Nothing to do with us.
No. And then there's the elder. This guy basically tells you a bit more about Joppa. And it just like kind of. I just really like the writing in this game.
Yes.
And,
it is actually quite good.
And what else can you tell me about Qud? Maze to the north, tainted rivers, life in all its motley forms, or poisoned jungles, shelter priceless relics of a forgotten past. But that's just half of it. Qud's most precious treasures and our most hideous children lie within the innumerable chrome caverns beneath the scarlet loam. To apply those silver hollows, that's basically like, just like caves you can just go wandering around and like, finding treasure, that sort of thing. But he should be giving a quest, I think, right? Well, let's do the water thing with this guy. So now we got more reputation.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And he can teach me how to cook apple mats, which is the town's like preferred dish apparently. And different recipes. If you learn how to cook, they can give you bonuses like during the day. That sort of thing.
You can learn harvestry.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but we don't have to do that. Let's just go to the first. Let's go to the water vine thing.
Yeah.
Do a quest, and then we'll do that. So we just leave the map by pressing the up button.
Whoa. Those water tiles go nuts.
Yeah. So this is like the overworld map, and like each square now represents a certain grid of like the squares that we were in before.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
So you can just like in the other view just like run north like 50 squares, and then you'll be like.
Oh wow.
However many squares up from here. So so it's all like one, but this is just like a fast travel sort of thing. Where is that place that he was talking about?
North of Joppa, he said.
Oops. Oh, you know what? I need to look as L. Okay. I've been playing on my laptop, and I have a totally different like binding. Usually there's like a little like triangle above. No, he said to just go to the Red Rock.
Oh, Red Rock.
There it is. There it is.
Straight up.
So we just go straight up. take some sips of our fresh water, and then we... Oh, we're hungry. Make a campfire and cook. So the nice thing about this game, too, that makes it a little bit easier than other roguelikes, is that usually eating is like this whole system that you have to deal with. Like, you have to, like, find food, eat it, that sort of thing. But this one you can just, like... let's see, where's make camp? So we're just gonna assign make camp to a key. So you can just go make camp, make a little campfire, and then we whip up a meal of a dash of exquisite shale, a sprinkle of rescued seed spit, a corroded circuit board, and a nip of distal trash. Sounds like a wonderful meal. Right? Toss them in a pot and stir. Eat the meal.
I just see like the pixelated bowl from Zelda. Just
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this is the other thing I really like about this game is that because there isn't like not all the graphics are made.
Yeah.
Like your brain just fills in so many different things, and it's like gives you a lot more room to imagine all this stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, I was talking with Ben about this game, Ben and Alex, and I was saying how much I really like the setting of this game, and he was like, "Do you like the setting of the game because you don't see any graphics?" Because like if I saw the graphics of this game and they didn't quite mesh with what I was thinking, I might be like, I don't actually like this game at all. I don't like the setting. But because it's like more abstract, I feel like it's...
Well, even I think it's like the graphics and the writing paint enough. Like even though like the visuals of this game are actually really, really pleasing to me, and like but the writing is also like such that like I don't know, it kind of already builds a world.
Yeah.
So, writing doesn't have to try too hard. Like already kind of has its own picture in there.
Yeah,
but if it was more graphically detailed or like 3D or whatever, then you might not like.
It might not like go with the same vision that you're.
Yeah, because then there's more to scrutinize. There's more to like Oh wow, vision cone.
Yeah. So we got the vision cone. Oh, it's getting darker, so you can see the cone of light is getting smaller.
Oh wow.
I think I'm trying to look for some stairs.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh, who's that?
It's a goat.
It's a goat. She chews cud with a caravan mess in her tangled beard.
Ooh. We have a good standing with goat people.
Yeah, we have a good standing with... This is just a normal goat, but there's actually goat people. And,
okay.
But we can get into bad situations with goats. Like if you do start attacking them randomly and stuff, then your reputation will go down with them, and then other ones will start attacking you, that sort of thing.
Can they join our crew?
I think if you have a certain mental mutation, you can do it.
Ooh.
But you have to do like a mental build with like maybe an Esper or that sort of thing. Ah, here we go. This is stairs. So this is like this is when it turns into like a bit more of a classic roguelike where you're like running around fighting up monsters. So here's a classic intro monster, Snapjaw. Tussocks of fur dress skin stretch over top muscle. Upright she stands, but she looks ready to drop on all fours. Her snow snarls and her ears twitch. She barks. Her hyena tribesmen answer. Yeah, because they always like come in groups. So if you know EPC 1, you're gonna see a bunch.
Oh, okay.
But we have a battle axe. So the way you fight in roguelikes is you just kind of bump into the enemy.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Oh, we just murdered it.
Oh, okay.
You hit it and it says on the side there.
Hit 2 times for 3 damage with your bronze axe.
Yeah. Snapjaw's hammer dies, gain 10.
Alright.
And then it drops all the stuff that you have, so you can like, what is this? So, oops, I took it. How do I?
Would read. Oh, and it's got weight too. So are you affected by the weight of things?
Yeah. So you have a max weight of 3. And that's where the water comes in because the water is super heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can look at these things. This is just a
wreath. Okay.
A totally decorative wreath.
Okay.
A lot of the things in this game don't actually do stuff. They just you just put them on and you're like, this like adds to my character, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Which I kind of like. I'm gonna put it on.
Heck yeah.
On our head, so just wearing it. So it's a bullet bill with a little wreath.
Just want to feel a little pretty. That's all.
Yeah, that's right. This guy has a bow, so he's gonna run away from us probably. Yeah. And when things start to get a little bit, it's always good to like look at things, and because it's turn-based, you can just like take your time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna run away? Am I gonna?
Ooh, iron longsword.
So I'm just gonna try to get this guy. Okay, he's injured. I missed. I'm gonna go back into this little hallway here and wait a turn. Oh no. Okay, murdered that guy. Horn chameleon.
Horn and bite.
Let's see if this works. Oh, no. And that's the other thing that happens a lot in this game. Is you die.
You die. The Dark Souls of roguelike.
Yes. Or the Dark Souls is a rogue. No, wait. It doesn't have permadeath though, I guess.
No. Oh, this is permadeath?
Oh yeah.
It must be, right? Yeah.
But there is an option. The nice thing is they do have a debug option where you can turn it off if you want.
Oh, okay.
So if you really want to just play through the story and that sort of thing, you can turn it off.
Yeah.
We scored negative 1,100 points.
Negative 1,100 points?
Yeah. And the chronology is like, we just arrived at Dropa, shared our water with a couple people, went to Red Rock, and
then got killed by
a horn chameleon. Nice.
Oh,
so that's like, I don't know, very quick intro. There's so much going on in this game. You just have to keep. I remember the first couple times I was just like, I really want to like this game, and I just kept playing it, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, because there's so much to like absorb.
Yeah, and then eventually it just kind of clicked, and I was like, oh, this is actually amazing, and I started getting further and further.
Yeah, but I see what you mean. Like, the setting is so. Even though there's not much, like, visually and like. Other like gaming convention wise, like, but it has a feeling to it, and your brain just fills in the rest of it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, one thing I do want to show. I'm just gonna do a random character. We got Pintus.
Ooh, eunuch.
Okay. What's his name? No. Person. I just wanted to show the.
Their parents hated them.
Person.
Snake person.
I want to show this thing. So every once in a while you see these like statues around. If you look at it, then it has this like shrine to Reshef, the last sultan. The shrine depicts a significant life event from the life of ancient Sultan Reshef, and this is actually randomly generated. This is like the sultan names. The sultans and the events that you learn about are all randomly generated. So there's always like something new that you can explore. And Reshef cleansed the marshlands of the plagues of the gyre and taught Abram to sow water vine along its fertile tracks. That's a thing that happened. And then if you, slowly throughout the game you'll find more of these things, and then it'll kind of build like a timeline of like what was randomly generated for this sultan, and kind of build this like narrative.
Oh my!
And other things that happen in the timeline will affect the other ones and stuff. It's really cool. There's like and it saves it in your journal.
I can't imagine how much information like you'd have to program into this. Like.
Oh yeah, there's a GDC talk about it. Yeah.
Like I would love to see like the design doc for this. Just like pages and pages.
Yeah.
What was your best run in Qud? Tyreek is asking.
Recently I was playing. I got pretty far. I got to the Spire actually.
Ooh.
I was playing as a mutant with freezing hands. I think it was a warden. I think it was a mutant warden. And I got all the way to the you eventually you find this group of like tinkers, which is really cool. And tinkering is like you tear apart old technology and you like can build new things out of it and that sort of thing.
Was it like super crushing when you finally died and you had gotten that bar?
Yeah, I think what happened was that somebody lopped off one of my arms, and then it was the arm that I was carrying my weapon with, and then I was just like, oh, my arm is literally on the ground with my weapon and stuff on there, and I was just like, I can't do anything now, and I think I tried running away, but then I got chased down.
Oh wow!
But I just remember that shot because it was just like an enemy that I've been fighting for a really long time, and then all of a sudden it's just like. They dismembered your arm. Like,
could you at that point pick up the weapon that your lopped off arm is holding, or no?
Yeah, but it was a two-handed weapon.
Oh, no.
so I was like I couldn't even put it back on. So I was just like, I guess I'm done.
Oh no. Did you have to like take a break from the game after that? Because I find.
I usually play for it. And I get really obsessed, and I'll play for like hours at a time, and then I'll die, and I'm just like, ugh!
Yeah. That's
and then I just come back to it.
Yeah.
So that's probably my best run. But again, like the other day, I just started a new one. I didn't get very far, but I found this one of those little Snapjaw guys in a town, and he was friendly. And his reputation was really low, so I could like, hey, you want to join my crew? And I didn't realize that he also had a crew, so he and his crew joined me, and so I had like 5 Snapjaws like following me around everywhere.
Oh my god,
So it's like,
that's amazing.
It's
Also,
really cool.
how varied does the music get? Because I noticed it was just that one track for the first while, but
Yeah, I turned it off after a while.
is it just that one track, or do you know?
It does. There are some other ones, but it's
It's pretty just ambient music. Okay.
I generally just put on my own music. And
Yeah.
there's actually in the community there's somebody who made like a playlist
Of course.
in Spotify.
Of
And it's like
course.
all like kind of like psychedelic music, which is like fits with this theme, I think, a little bit.
Oh wow.
But yeah, that's Caves of Qud. The other one I wanted to just to show the variety of like how roguelikes could be. I was just going to show a little bit of Cogmind. Does anybody else have any other questions? I don't know if there's any.
Power Up Our Audio channel.
Hey, how's it going? Kevin, I'm assuming.
Sure. Yeah. He's sad about putting on your own music.
What he said about putting on my music? Well, to be fair, I was listening to that music for a long time before I was like, okay, I'm gonna
imagine.
turn off the music and put on my own. I did absorb that music for a while, so I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, he mentioned Gungeon also.
Oh yeah. Gungeon and Nuclear Throne are also good, like roguelites. Of course, Paul worked on.
Yep, our Kit.
Yeah.
Tyreek also mentioned he's heard of a neat platformer roguelike called Catacomb Kids.
Oh yes, that's right.
Which I didn't work on.
Yeah. I feel like Tyreek had some hand in that.
Some good-looking, smart, talented guy.
Yeah. Pretty sure I have that on my list here. Yeah. I don't have it installed on this computer, but I have played it. I have played my fair share. Look at this, 19 hours already.
Proof.
I would like to. I'm kind of holding off until it's a little bit further on, but yeah, I am excited about that one. And this one's actually, I think, closest to roguelike in terms of platformer. Like Spelunky is pretty roguelite, whereas this one's bringing back the more RPG type stuff.
Yeah.
And really awesome like procedural generation and stuff. So excited for that, Tyreek. Get on it.
It's an order from Marlon.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to show off another. I guess we could like modern classic roguelike. I don't know how you describe it.
How modern is this?
This is new. This is. I did not play. Oh, 112 minutes. Okay, that makes more sense.
That's an hour and almost 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
I feel like I've played it for longer than that. I think I actually played it off Steam for a long time.
Oh, okay.
So. But this one is still being updated, I believe.
When did it come out? Do you know?
Like 2-3 years ago,
Oh, okay.
maybe. But yeah, this guy is very active in the roguelike community. That's right.
Tyreek says he's doing his best.
I know you are. You're a hardworking dude.
Ooh. Look at this Matrix stuff.
And also, this game has some of the best like computery like pixel ASCII like effects and stuff. He actually built his own ASCII painting thing that you can download, and you can like paint with ASCII and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is the one I saw you like testing out, right?
Yeah. This is the one I was testing out. So this one's really interesting because it's totally unlike any other roguelike that I've played. Whereas the other ones are more fantasy.
Ooh.
This one's like more sci-fi. And also you.
Oh, whoa.
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So the premise is basically you're just like a floating, like metal core essentially. And then what you do is you just like find parts and you just like.
Ooh.
So you just like build up your mech. So you can basically like, we can pick up these treads if we want to be more of like a tank like thing, or you can swap. You can put on some. I think there's legs around here. There's legs. So like treads allow you to make you move slower, but allow you to carry more stuff, whereas legs are a little bit more mobile.
Yeah.
And then you can also put on like propulsion things to let you fly, and then you're like super mobile, but you can only carry like 1 or 2.
So you can do like a bullet bill run in this too.
You could do a bullet bill run in this too. Yeah.
Make it happen, people.
But this was also different in that the starting is always the same. Like you always start the same. There's no classes, so you're literally just like
because you kind of create your own.
kind of create it as you go,
Yeah.
which I think is really really fascinating.
The UI is so satisfying. Like
yeah, the UI is amazing, and it is mouse based too, so it is a little bit nicer that way. However,
but it's even still very like, it's really nice.
Yeah, and like the
way things pop up and everything. It's really that's incredible.
And I would use mouse right now, but for some reason the mouse cursor isn't showing up, so I can't see it. But yeah, so like you can, for example, grab a laser. Let's grab a couple treads, and then you slap these on your machine. So like the middle, the big square on the right hand side is like what's currently attached to you, and then in bottom right is like what you're in your backpack essentially. And then you have to turn them on and use them. I think I remember how to key commands for this. So we basically just have a laser and some treads, and you also have to like watch your energy. There's a lot of like, again, lots of systems going on.
Yep.
I like to some power shielding is always good. Probably need some power, so we have a little ion engine. So the other thing is that because if you imagine the core getting slapped onto stuff, so when things attack you, they're gonna hit those parts, and each part has like damage and that sort of thing. And so the more things you're wearing, the less likely it is to hit your core, but the more likely it is to like shoot off the thing. So you have to carry around a lot of like spare weapons and stuff. Like, oh, they blew off this one, so now I gotta slap on another one and like keep going and that sort of thing. So
not just a two-handed weapon that
yeah, exactly.
You over. Oh wow.
Yeah, armor plating. Okay. I won't play a whole lot of this one, but oops. I don't actually want to run into. And matter is another thing that you can load into your guns and stuff like that. Oh yeah, this is cool. This is the power up screen. Basically, just gives you another slot to use. So now I have one extra utility slot that I can put something in. And yeah, this is kind of this one has a story as well. I haven't really actually gotten very far in this one because you kind of start out as nowhere, and then you kind of slowly realize that there's also things going on. Like there's a bunch of these robots that are just kind of running around doing different things. They're like rebuilding stuff, and you're like, what is this? What is this place? And what's going on here? And it slowly is like revealed to you throughout the game. Oh, there's a trooper, so you can try shooting him.
Oh, okay.
Actually, first. I want to see if this is a nuclear reactor, so we can actually shoot this nuclear reactor, and maybe that'll blow up. And oops. I'm getting hit. Come on, hit that nuclear reactor. Okay, I'm gonna try shooting this guy. Oh yeah, when the screen shakes like that, then we're getting hit on like the core is actually getting hit.
Oh, okay.
He's at 56%. I feel like so this is like the decisions you have to make is like, do I try firing again? If I fire again, both of them are gonna hit me, or do I run away? I'm just gonna sit here and see if I can just get rid of this guy.
Almost dead. Yes.
There we go. We're doing okay.
Almost.
There we go. Nice. And so they spit out all their
nice.
parts, and so you can scavenge that stuff as well.
Oh wow.
Oh, see, something's wrong with my ion engine, so I need to. Oh.
Non-functional.
Yeah. See, look at those transitions. Beautiful. And see, it's
so
the
nice.
little ASCII thing at the top there. He built that in his like painting.
Oh wow.
Thing, which I recommend checking out if you just like that stuff. You can just download it. But yeah, that's kind of basis of the game. There's also like hacking and all this other stuff that you can do. Yeah, this one's pretty fun. It's just interesting. I don't know, seeing how different you can make. These games.
And it's just so like the look of it is still very like classic, like just the whole way. But it's
the tiles and
just
stuff.
The small things of like the transitions, and what they're doing with it was like in this one you're a cube and you're just slapping on parts. Like
yeah.
So wow.
I find them to be pretty,
transitions are so
cool.
Beautiful. Like they just work so well for like what this is going for.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, so those are two more classic roguelikes that are currently on Steam, which I highly recommend. But yeah, the other one we were gonna try.
Xenanon is in the chat.
Hello, hello Xenanon.
And Nicholas.
Welcome to the chat.
So yeah, that one was called Cogmind, right?
That one was called Cogmind.
Yeah.
Highly recommended. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had decided to play this one because you really like this game too.
Yeah, it's. I finished playing Overcooked on the plane with Cindy, so now I'm trying to get her into Death Road to Canada. We made it to like the second to last day and died. And then we like fell asleep because we're like, I'm done. It's like you said, like with what was the first game we played?
Caves of Qud.
Caves of Qud. Like you just get so far and then you're like you die and you're like,
yeah,
you just get first and you're like, okay, we'll start again, cool down first, and then yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing I like about this game is that it does take. So it does have like procedural generation and permadeath, which are kind of core things for roguelikes, but it also has lots of systems.
Yep.
Sneakily, it doesn't look like a game that would have a lot of systems, but when you start playing, it's like, oh, this is like a legit zombie simulating game. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff going on.
Like when I first played it, I thought it was just like very, Oregon Trail, where it's like things are just you just get dysentery and you're like, well,
yeah,
I'm dead.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot of choice that it gives you. Ooh.
Oh, here, do you want to be player? You be player one.
Okay. Custom.
You gotta make some custom characters.
All right. All right.
So this one's also on the Switch, which is nice.
How do I change the name?
Oh, it's a keyboard.
Oh, okay. Marlon. I'll do you first.
Oh, we're doing each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marlon.
I feel like I'm not a Carnot.
You are definitely not a Carnot. Mechanic.
I don't know.
Healthcare. You want to be Mega Buff?
I was called Muscle Man when I was in high school.
Shut up, are you serious?
Yeah, it was as a joke. Somebody tried to move because I was in the way of somebody, and they grabbed my arms, and she was like, "Oh, Muscle Man!" So they just started calling me Muscle Man.
That's incredible. What's this one? Mechanic. Oh, you don't drive though, do you?
I drive, but I'm just like, I could do mechanic.
What other one do you think would suit you? Surgeon?
Sure. Yes. I like playing support characters.
Trait. Nurturing. Parent. I love the traits in this. They're so good.
Yeah. This game has a lot of good humor and stuff in it.
Yeah. If you're calm under fire.
You can't go wrong with a game that one of the most dangerous situations you can get into is when somebody else in the car like farts essentially, and then it was like, how is this the most dangerous thing in the game?
Yeah, you're just like, someone's gonna get kicked out from this. Like you're ready for it.
Morale just tanks.
Yeah. Who else? Luxdev is in the chat.
Hey, Luxdev. Good to see you.
Which one do you think you are? It's Calm Under Fire.
I don't know.
Frantic Whiner.
Oh my god, Frantic Whiner.
Civilized. Mysterious Past. Practical. I feel like Practical is probably.
But it's kind of boring. Sure. Sure, that works. I'm a boring surgeon.
Alright, where is this head? Oh, how does this work? Been a while.
Oh no, you just select the head and then you pick the things at the bottom, the head settings.
Oh, okay, okay. Wait, body. How do I? Ah.
There you go.
There we go. You're an old man over there. Damn it. Is it just? There we go. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Size. Oh, tall man.
I guess that's me.
What suits? Just a big A.
Just a big A.
On your shirt. Oh, that's kind of like.
I wear a backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Green pants.
You got green pants.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Sure. Done. That looks pretty close to me. We can call that. We can call that good.
Do you want shades?
Oh yeah.
Your glasses.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want the hat?
Is there a different hat? Is there one? There we go. Yeah, sure.
The Pokemon one? Oh, blue.
Yeah. That's perfect. Save.
Alright, save. There we go. Marlon.
So the cool thing about this one is that you can make a ton of custom characters and they'll randomly show up later.
It's so good. Yeah. Even like
I don't know how many people have played this in the chat, but like
yeah, you can choose one where you, it's like you meet like it's familiar faces, and then like it just chooses constantly from your pool of custom characters. But like even if you just choose the regular mode, you'll still sometimes like encounter your custom ones.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do. Oh yes.
Oh yeah, this is you now.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Alright, where you gonna be?
Let's see. I'm like none of these things. Usually I always
friend of dog? Not even friend of dog.
I don't have a dog. I have a cat.
We can stretch the truth.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's choose. I'll be a gun collector. Because at least like
yeah, that sounds about right.
just pretend guns are art books, and that's me.
I like that. I like that way of the stretching the truth to fit the game. That's good.
What's Frantic Whiner? I have to know.
Kind of a fragile sort. Really good at fleeing.
Yeah.
Bonus run speed.
Bad attitude though.
Bad attitude.
That's gonna ruin it.
Yeah. I don't know if that's. Bandit? What is bandit? Rip others.
Oh yeah. This one's mine. That's mine for sure.
Gun collecting bandit. Perfect. Yeah. So what I really like about this game is that it's like, yeah, the way that they treat the zombies is that it's like, you don't need to. Your goal is not to kill every single one. It's just to like get through enough to get to your goal.
Yeah. That
sort of thing. Like, and I think that's where the systems that they have in this game work pretty well. Like the fatigue thing.
Oh yeah.
It's like if you swing your sword or swing your weapon enough times, then you get really tired and you swing even slower. And so if you're just like running into a horde of zombies, like you're not gonna last.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna last.
Like, oh man, there's like so many times where like I've been with a party and then someone dies at the exit, and then you're just like, well, well, life is over, I guess.
That's that's it.
It's so good.
And I also like how they do the damage system too. Like they have to like surround you, and there's this mode where you just get all these little exclamation marks, and you like have to be surrounded for a little bit, and then you take a hit of damage. Mm-hmm. Instead of it being like you immediately take one hit of damage. That's nice.
Wait, I gotta change my hair. It's like a weird bob cut.
Oh, I think. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Save. Yes, that one.
Whoa.
Oh, and I love the like little. There we go. That's
yeah.
It. All right. Oh man, you can save up to 80 characters. That's crazy. All right, new game. Empty slot.
Load.
Am I first player?
Yeah, you're first player.
Yeah, and then we'll do.
I'm the buddy.
Oh, buddy.
With buddy.
With buddy. Marlon. Game mode. We'll do the regular. Yeah. Oh yeah. So here's the different game modes. The familiar characters mode is the one.
Oh yeah, where it's always the characters that you create.
Yeah, and then once it goes through that, I think it's like then it just does like whatever. But
right.
The rare characters mode, short trip to heck, long winding, and deadlier. But yeah, that's
cool.
That's everything. So let's start.
So this is like the Oregon Trail kind of mode between raids, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Canada is a safe place. Let's get there. I need some supplies to start. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead, pick one.
They don't have the hotel. I usually choose the hotel because it's got like a bunch of rooms.
I feel like the Yalmart sometimes has a lot of stuff.
Yeah, let's Yalmart it.
Okay. Mild sluggish. Good. Let's do it.
Good. Ooh, yeah. Well, first
you got a frying pan and a gun. Oh, because you're a gun collector.
Yeah, but I hoard all my guns to the end for the last stretch.
So, I see.
Yeah. And you have a scalpel.
Oh right.
Because you're a surgeon.
Because I'm a practical surgeon. That's totally practical to bring to zombie apocalypse.
Okay, I gotta remember the controls now.
Okay.
What is it?
Wait.
Ah! You're mean.
Oh, what? How did that happen?
I don't know the buttons. No, you have to go. Oh, yes. Go to.
Okay, now can you press the button? Can you move?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
There we go.
There
Okay.
we go. What's the buttons?
Uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh. What's
Uh-oh. I don't think we have an attack button.
We don't have a attack button. What do we do?
These are the only controllers that we have. So I guess we only throw things at people.
Oh god, this is gonna be a short
This
run.
is gonna be a.
All right, let's go. Let's just get to y'all, Mark.
Okay. Can we pick...
Oh, I don't even. We can't even throw. We just like put it down like heavily in front of us. Oh god.
That's okay. It damages them. There we go. There we go.
Oh my god.
This is a bit of a different run than anticipated. I could fix it with the with the Steam input thing, but
we might need an attack button at some point.
yeah, we're gonna need an attack button.
Do you want to do it quickly now?
Okay, let's see if that works. This is
That's great.
define layout. Oh, I bet you it doesn't. Oh, it does. What? I think I might have picked the worst buttons to go back. Oh no!
Wait, what's secondary? Is that the one?
I can't seem to like make it. Oh.
Oh, I think. Okay, hold on. Go back. Oh nope.
I was trying to. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So I think. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, that's button one. I don't know how this works. Oh. Ah.
Okay, hold on. Uh-oh. Now all the controllers are gone. Now they're back. I think. Okay, press the Y button. Let's try that. Oh,
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go back.
Save.
Save. Oh.
Oh. Yeah. No. No thanks. No thanks. Get out of here.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to shoot. Okay. Well.
Oh, this music is so good.
Oh yeah, the music in this game is really good. Okay.
All right.
Well, let's wait. Let's see if anything changed here.
Oh yes. No, that's just the swap.
No.
Nope. Okay.
Okay. Well, this isn't this isn't quite the.
Can we just do it on the keyboard?
I don't know what the keys are. I don't know what the keys are.
I believe in you, Marlon. Ah.
Oh no. Okay, well this is this is turning. All right, this isn't gonna work, I guess. Shoot.
Bye, Marlon.
Well, and then yeah.
Ah. I can't move.
Oh,
It's you
it's
now.
probably this one. Yeah. Okay, well that was a fun experiment. So yeah, once you lose somebody in this game, dang it.
Oh, and I love all the little like it's like heck.
Oh wait, hold on. Hold on.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Wait.
Okay. Here, you pick this one. Go.
Okay. Oh. Player 1 input. Press.
Oh.
So attack would be probably
This one.
the wipe.
Yeah.
And then Z or use would be A.
Yeah.
Swap is
B.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Start is start.
Cool.
Okay, let's try that.
Go top left.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, and then player
And then
2.
I'll
Yeah.
try this one. Okay, here we go. Use A. Okay. Might be able to do a round.
It should be the same. Yeah.
Should be the
so
same?
Just start.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, okay, here we go.
Hit the road.
Hit the actual road here.
Hit the actual road. Quiet Hotel.
Oh, there you go.
Woo! Umbrella. Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst.
I picked my practical scalpel.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, it might.
Damn it, you chose
yeah,
me.
I don't know how that. I don't know how that.
Oh, you have to do it on the main screen. So yeah.
No, you should be able to go now.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Nope. Now I'm you again.
What? Oh, do it.
That. There we go.
Oh, I see. You pick it. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, take my practical scalpel.
The scalpel is pretty good, actually. Oh, you're first player, so.
Oh, I have to do
Yeah.
this thing. Okay. Sorry.
That's the only thing that bugs me about this game is the second player can't go through doors.
All right. So basically, you're trying to scavenge.
Nothing here.
You're trying to scavenge to get supplies like food and bullets and. What else are you trying to find in this one?
Medical supplies.
Medical supplies, right? And that kind of helps you in the.
All right, let's go.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting that I'm leading here. Yeah, there's some bullets.
Nothing here.
No gas in the toilets.
Yeah.
Ooh. Technically, I should be able to swing the scalpel a bunch before I get tired.
Oh yeah, because it's a lighter weapon.
Lighter weapon, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the heavy weapons,
no.
because they're like, I just get tired too damn fast.
So they have those little flashy doors that say where you haven't been yet.
Yeah.
So you know where to go.
Oh, my umbrella's done.
Already?
Yep.
Oh, so you have nothing?
No, it's okay. I'll hopefully the skeleton will give me something.
Oh, you got a bone. Okay.
What?
Oh, whoops.
What?
I don't think
No,
there's
there's nothing in here.
Yeah,
Nothing in
there's
here.
there.
Oh, there we go.
So this game gets really hard.
Yes.
Very,
Yeah.
very difficult. Ugh. And if anybody has ever tried out the Steam Play Together, this is an amazing game to play as Steam Play Together.
Oh, you can do this on Steam Play?
Yeah, I played it with
Nice.
played it with some friends in Winnipeg, which is pretty fun. And it is a 4-player game, but it is dependent on like if you have 4 characters in your.
Yes. You have to actually find the 4 characters. I think there's one more door.
Yeah, one more door.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, check it. I got some hamburgers. Oh, my scalpel.
Whoop. Break a chair if you can.
I did.
Wait. Break. Oh well, I'll give up. It's okay. My bone will have to do. All right, let's get out
Okay,
of here.
so far so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Yes.
All right, we got a good haul.
So we got a bunch of food, a bunch of gas, ready to go.
Yeah. So
Onward
these
to
are the
Canada.
random events that happen.
Yeah.
And at first, look, they always look like completely random until you actually find out what each thing does. So telling scary stories will make us, I think it increases our morale, but makes
Right.
us tired in the morning.
Oh, right.
And being tired means that you can't swing your weapon as many, like you'll tire out faster.
Oh, right. That's what it is. Right.
Yeah.
And also, if you go to the question, doesn't the question mark
Yes,
have like
so you
our
can see-
stats?
Yeah.
So this is
My loyalty is so
Your
bad.
terrible loyalty. You're really happy though.
But I'm
we're both really happy.
Yeah, we're pretty good morale, so I think we could probably just go to sleep.
And yeah, the way that this system works is that you don't know what it is until you test it, right? Like when you test it, and then you know, like, oh, this character is terrible at this, or this character is really good at this.
Yeah. And then the thing is with these so many of the things aren't revealed yet, so sometimes you have to play through the thing and then it reveals what their actual their stats are. But I think we can just go to sleep because
we got good morale.
we're good morale.
Yeah. So every day, take some food. Infested city.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, do you want the dog?
Yeah, let's get the dog. Yeah, of course we're gonna get the dog.
That's
You should
good.
take the gun. We
No,
should take the gun.
I only have 28 bullets. I'm sure there'll be more weapons.
But if if we run out, then we have got backup.
Whoops, what's my... There we go.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Well, the nice thing
Oh,
is
boy.
that I didn't know you could do later is you can actually go into your trunk of your car and switch your weapons out.
What? You can?
Yes,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
So, yeah.
Oh.
So if you ever need to, you can
it's
come back.
And it's a boot for all those all you UK people.
The UK people.
Oh. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I'm just like
It's okay.
running around here.
Yep.
And we could find some gas in the toilet.
Yep.
Oops. I guess you. Oh no, I found bullets in the toilet. Okay. This piece of wood is gonna break at some point. I'm gonna need to find a new weapon soon. Oh, oh, there it is.
There it is. It's okay. It's okay. Let's just go. Let's go to the room. Oh, skeleton.
Oh yeah. Get those bones.
There we go.
2 bones.
Is there anything in it? No, we got it. Okay. Die. Down.
All right.
Oh, spleen.
Was a spleen?
It's a spine.
Oh, I see.
There's an umbrella if you want to use it.
Oh, I'm getting tired. My face is turning red. I just really like the way that the mechanics of this game. Oh, an umbrella. Okay, I'm just gonna pick it up, just in case. We'll put it in the boot.
Okay, we'll put it in the boot. Get out of here. Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh, look at all this food.
Oh, scalpel. Oh, hatchet.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wait, can you drop things?
You can put them.
Oh, I just snapped it.
I think you just replace your item with whatever. There's a butter knife over here.
Ooh. All right.
Alright, let's hightail it.
Okay. We're done with this location? Wait, no, we haven't explored up here.
Yeah.
Gotta explore all the areas.
Yeah, all of it. And like in the really big areas, it becomes super confusing sometimes because you can't like.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you forget like.
Oh, you know already? Come on.
Sometimes you forget which way you came, and so like you have to make your own system of like, okay, the closed doors are the ones that like I went through. Ugh.
Oh, I see, because you can close them again.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
What? Okay, there we go. All right, let's
get out of here. Let's find the apartment with the bark.
Oh right, gotta forget the dog.
Might be up here.
Let's get a puppy.
Ah.
Oh, I'm just going right through. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, that was a bad idea.
Why? Come on, where are you, apartment? Oh, is it this one? Here we go.
Does it say bark on it?
Yeah.
Bark.
Bark.
I do like how. Oh, hockey stick. My stuff keeps breaking.
Oh my god. All right, go.
Here, boy.
Here, boy.
Where are you?
Yeah. There's also no guarantee that we'll get the dog.
Oh, it's just the dog might have wrote the sign and then left or something?
Oh, no, there's a chance that it's too feral that we can't.
Oh,
that's why
right.
one of the traits is friend of dog.
Friend of dog. I see.
Oh, junk. Alright, go.
I do like all the guts that come.
Ah, nothing.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and like how even if you walk over like their guts, it still breaks up. Oh, it's great.
Here's the puppy.
Talk to him. Okay, he's tame. He's tame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benson.
Oh.
All right, puppy.
And you can like.
I also love how the developers of this game how they like managed to do a lot with just like a few sprites.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. Where you going, Benson? What you got? What you got, buddy?
Have you ever done the dog with the gun run?
No, what's that?
So basically,
gun?
Yeah, basically what ended up happening is, I played through a game and like, I had no characters left but the dog, so I was a dog and I just had a gun, and then your dog stands up on his 2 legs and just holds the gun, and it looks so good. It's the greatest.
Oops, I locked you in. Sorry.
It's the greatest thing, and then he like can start the car up, and it's like there's like a special like
Oh, that's.
Oh,
What?
no.
There's a special dog thing?
Yeah, there's a special like thing where it's like the dog like.
Oh, you can close the door. I didn't realize you could do that.
Oh yeah. Oh, where are you?
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, it is a zombie game.
Yes.
That's really funny that you can just play as a dog.
It's so funny. Yeah, so like if you ever just get just a dog, just equip yourself with a gun, and it's like the greatest thing ever. Can we do that?
I think we're done. No, here.
Yeah.
Where's the dog? Where'd Benson go? Benson.
Oh,
There's the dog. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, we'll just funnel them in here. This broom sucks.
Oh, we should have changed the. I should have been changing the stream name. So I forgot about that.
Nah, it's okay.
If anybody is a moderator.
Want to try one more house?
Oh yeah. Do we not?
I'm getting low
Are you-
weapons.
I have an umbrella and a hockey stick.
I have a spine, so it's okay.
You have a spine. Okay, let's leave. Oh! Get out of here. You can also carry chairs. These are your weapons. Oh, good boy, Benson. You got that, zombie.
Alright. One more door. Nope, nothing. Oh, no, here.
Yeah,
There we go. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Okay.
It's getting dark. They're gonna get
Oh,
more.
they're gonna get more intense?
Yep.
Ooh.
Ah, ah.
Yeah, Benson! Go, Benson!
Go, Benson! Go, car!
How do you get in the car? There we go.
Honk! Lord!
I do love that that's in there. It's just totally, totally just a.
I always wonder if it does
aesthetic
serve a purpose. I think maybe they like more of them come towards you.
Oh yeah, see you later.
Alright,
see you later,
Tyreek.
Oh yeah, the music. I do. Yeah, the music is.
Are we
really-
recruiting Benson?
Yeah, of course.
Heck yeah.
Onward to Canada.
Benson. Oh, Benson got hit. Poor boy.
What? He did?
Yeah.
Oh, look at his little.
His little doofy face.
Group can't find the car keys. Uh-oh, they're inside a gator's
Okay.
mouth.
Wait. I could.
Oh yeah, we could check to see who would be best at this.
We don't have like anything. I can try to shoot it. Or do you want to ban?
Oh, you. No, don't do that. Shoot it. You whiff the shot. It swallows the keys and waddles away.
But we revealed my shooting.
Oh, you're
so-
terrible. You just like collecting them.
Oh shit! You were mauled by a feral cat.
What?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I'm hurt and my morale decreases.
You never.
Look at the picture. That's the cat.
You
that
never
hurt
see
me.
them, but they're always watching, waiting for any weakness.
I do have it says the cats coat the surface. They coat the country.
Oh, yeah, no car.
Oh yeah, so we're tending to their wounds. Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
So it turns out I'm okay at. Oh my.
I stubbed my toe.
Oh,
But it's really annoying, but not a big deal.
this is rough.
It is pretty rough. Okay.
Oh, I found a hybrid car.
Nice.
Sweet. Battery's dead, but the store turns out to be car
Fairly
parts. Finding
fragile.
working batteries easy. There we go. Nice.
There we go. I love some of the dialogue that
Yeah.
like pops up in this stuff.
Yeah.
Siphon out gas.
Wait. The group. Nearby highway.
Probably.
I can try it.
Probably
no, or
because
if you
you're-
get the dog.
What if he gets hurt? What if he gets hurt, Marlon?
Just the dog.
Should we send the dog? Can Benson do it?
It'd be. I would also be impressed if Vincent could do it. Body structures. Okay, that's probably a bad idea. He just needs more training.
Yeah.
Just need more training. Get in my zombie spider fighters. Runs into a small farm. Oh, 8 food in exchange for some help.
So you can rob the farm. Or
Wait, how
repair.
much food do we have? Does it say? Oh yeah,
23. Oh, we're actually really good for food. But so basically, if you go back, tilling and planting, I think will increase our. I want to say like mechanical or something like that.
Oh.
And then hauling and hauling will increase our strength.
Hauling and hauling.
Hauling and hauling.
Let's do hauling and hauling. Chloe's strength is real terrible. Marlon's strength is almost terrible. That's super terrible.
Yep, we're all terrible. But now yours
But now we're
is
slightly better.
slightly less terrible. And we got the food.
Sweet.
Oh, but we're tired.
Oh, right, because we, yeah.
Oh, is this a trader camp?
Trader camp.
All right.
Cool. See if they got anything to trade.
Oh, and look at this mood lighting.
Swords. Swords are important.
Can we rob?
That's a lot. Do you want to try robbing him? He's gonna...
Whenever you see the rob option, do it at the very end once you've done everything in the camp, because usually they kick you out if you fail to rob them.
So we should check to see what everybody's got.
Yeah.
Then... Oh, good luck with Canada. Who's this guy?
Ooh,
Several shotguns. That's a lot of food.
That's a lot of food. I feel
food.
we could just find a shotgun though.
But we have a lot of food. I don't know. 7 food doesn't seem so bad.
Let's see what the other people have first.
All right. This guy. Pistol for 10 food. Can't spare the food.
Oh, recruit him for 20 food.
But then he's gonna also use food.
Oh, that's true.
I feel like this is probably.
There's one more guy up here.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. He's got a hockey stick.
A real doctor, not like me. Very doctor.
Oh yeah, you can get.
I can replace your head with a.
Yes,
what?
they will actually give you a new head.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but no, we're good.
Zombie technology.
All right, should we get the shotgun or?
I think we should get the shotgun.
Okay, and then rob the sword guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was this guy down here.
Yeah.
All right.
And we got some ammo. Cool.
Nice. And then let's rob this dude.
All right. You're gonna do it?
Yep. Oh.
Okay. Okay, you're dead now.
I'm dead.
It's just me and Benson.
It's okay.
Although I think you can.
I'm Benson. Yeah,
you're
basically.
Benson now.
Choose if you're Marlon. We can.
Okay, we're doing this. I'm kicking myself out.
We can be Benson with a gun.
Yeah.
I think Benson recommends Marlon.
Well, it's just something along the lines of, come on, I was just joking. He still gets kicked out.
Oh, that's so good.
It Benson's morale increases.
Oh, this is it.
Oh my god. That's super funny.
I love this. Gets the keys, puts them in the car, and starts it on.
Oh, this game is hilarious. There's another person.
Okay, we already got someone. All right, let's go.
Cool. So now neither of our characters are the group.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping we can still. Siege. Okay.
Okay.
I recommend we try the siege and then maybe we can do something.
Yeah.
We can maybe try the unrailed game.
I'm gonna make the. Then we have no bullets.
We have shotgun bullets though.
Oh, the dog with the shotgun.
Dog with shotgun.
You have the gun. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to be Benson or do you want to be Chase?
You can be Benson.
Okay, I'll give you the knife, which is pretty good. Is it? All right, ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Oh, I'm actually the dog.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The dog.
Oh, there we go.
Oh man, that's super funny.
Oh, it's so great. It's so great.
That's pretty good.
Just look at him! Look at him on his little hind legs!
Dog with shotgun.
Oh, there's a door here.
Should we barricade it with some stuff?
Your first player, I think.
I don't think I can lift anything. No.
Nope.
Dog can't lift anything. Can only shoot the shotgun.
Ah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I like how he reloads it too. Dog knows what he's doing.
Alright. Anything else down here? Nope.
No.
Alright.
Can't get over this dog.
That's so good.
Oh, we can escape.
We can escape now.
Alright.
Go. Yes.
Yes, please. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
See?
Cool.
Dog with gun. I didn't think we get to see it, but it's freaking great.
Yeah, this game's fun. I highly recommend this game.
Yes.
And yeah, it is roguelike-y, but the co-op thing is nice.
Yes, yeah. It definitely is easier playing alone, just because you can, the AI is actually pretty good about just, staying out of danger and stuff like that.
That's
but,
true.
when you play with other people, it's just, it becomes chaos.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.